Good morning, it is day number 40 of this video diary thing I'm keeping up. What's basically, we've got a brilliant day today at college. And hopefully I'll be able to get you some clips because I'm going to force myself to, because these videos need to be made more interesting, don't they? Yes. Today we have further maths, then further maths again, then maths, and then maths. How awesome is that? We've got literally, it's like maths day. Oh, I'm excited for maths day. But I've got to go to college early. We don't have to go in early because we don't have tutor in the morning, which is a weird system they've put in, because apparently the old system was broken, but I don't see any cracks. I need to go in early because my computing teacher has my calculator, and it's quite useful, you know, calculators when you get into A-level maths. You just do some really difficult sums in your head, you know, just casually. But no, calculator is quite an important necessity, you see. So go to school, print off my computing that I did yesterday, hand in that little flowchart I did, and go. Also, make this video more interesting. I will get you some clips today. Definitely will. That's probably not a promise, so probably not definitely. So I've just walked back from college to go home to pick up my memory stick, and I've probably got donut all around my mouth. That donut, tasty. And I had a revelation on the way back, right? And at the moment I was only going to retake 1 or 2 subjects so I could get myself 3 A's at AS, and then potentially an A star at a really hard push, A star AA at A2, right? But why should I? Because Cambridge doesn't like you taking retakes within a certain degree. As long as you don't retake everything, they don't really like it, because they'll just go with your original score. They prefer having an instantaneous learner than they do someone who has to retake all the time. But why should I aim, just for Cambridge, why should I aim for an A star AA instead of an A star A star A star A? Hey? Why? Why shouldn't I do that? Why not even 4 A stars? Why should I purposely aim lower than what I know is possible? You know what I mean? So I'm now going to go back. I'm going to print off what I was going to print off this morning because I've now got my memory stick. I'm going to go back and figure out how possible it is to get an A star in computing, physics, and I know how hard it is in maths. So since my new change of tact, instead of retaking two tests and then possibly coming out at the end with an A star AA, if I work my literal face off, I will be retaking 4 tests, which I could potentially. It doesn't make it easy, especially some of the lower ones, but it makes it possible to get A star, 4 A stars. It'll make it possible if I can bump them up to their equivalent. So if I can bump, because it's modular, so we do 3 different modules in maths. If I can bump mechanics up to FP1, to the same that I got in FP1, which it is most like, it is most similar to FP1, then that will give me an A. And when I get an A, it's the way they do their dodgy maths, I will be able to get a 4 A stars. So instead of doing what Cambridge do, which is basically only retake the ones that you've had as bad days, which I would end up risking and only getting an A star AA, and I'd have to work for it. This way I'd still have to work for it. It's, by no way or means is it going to be easy. I'll end up probably with 3 stars and an A. Probably, it depends. That's obviously really pushing yourself. The 4th can only be a plus point, and I think that will look better than thinking. If I can write it into my personal statement and justify it, then any holds bars. So they're my new plans, basically. And I'm briefly glossing over the fact that I didn't get any clips from college because I suck at life, basically. And I've been running around all day, so I haven't even been able to spend long in break or anything like that. I was like, bang, break, run off home. In break, did I run off home? No, in break I was talking to... what's I doing in break? Oh, well, yeah. Basically, in break and lunch I was running off home and organising stuff, researching my grades and what I needed to retake and blah, 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 blah. So that's basically it. But my plans to organise my work around... This is so boring. But my plans to organise my work around my free periods and after school. So basically I come in at the end of the day, do work. If I have a free period, I will sit there and do all the work I've had up to then, or maybe even push ahead on coursework or anything like that. This does mean that over the weekend I only have a brief revision thing to do from something I already know, So I've got to revise logarithms, which I already know, and all the rules of logarithms, because I got a test in it, did a test in it for my thingy. It's just like, make sure it's at the front of your head, blah blah. And also it's to create an outline for my physics presentation, and outlines are easy. So basically that means I have literally no work. Well, not literally, but I have about 30 minutes worth of work, maybe an hour at push, which is brilliant, which means I can free up time for creating videos and having fun. Yes, and making these videos interesting, so that's definitely it, because life becomes a lot more interesting when you start saying yes. Having said that, if you say yes to doing an extra 5 hours of work on Saturday, then that's not entirely true, because work rang me yesterday, and asked if I could do work today from 2 till 10 o'clock at night, and I went, no, I'm in school. And then they on the same phone call, they said, oh, how about 9 till 6 on Saturday? And I foolishly said yes. But that's 5 hours of overtime. You can't say, technically, I'm saying yes, taking a short deficit in the amount of fun I can have in one day to earn extra money. So I'm not going to complain, But otherwise, because, that's a good point, our school has got a system, so none of us have a lesson last thing on a Friday, so we break up an hour earlier on Friday than we do on any of the other days. It's kind of like the French system where they get a day off. Is it on Friday or something? I heard someone mention that. We have a system a bit like that, so that we have the period we was having, we have it split up over the mornings, so we do have guidance over the mornings because that's a legal requirement or some rubbish. So instead of doing that, we have this free period, which means, what was I going to get out here? Which means basically I have 3 hours before I go to work on a Friday, and only 1 hour before I have to go to work on a Monday when I finish, because so it's going to really mess with my clock. But basically, I have 3 hours to have fun. Although I haven't been able to get Dead Island yet because of work and whatever, I might end up getting Dead Island at the end of my working shift on Saturday as a reward. Why the hell not? This video's 7 minutes so far, right? Literally just getting ready for work now, so I'll have to catch you later, unfortunately. Which means it's unfortunate for me not to be able to put any more clips on after this, not for me to see you tomorrow. That would be unfortunate, but you know what I mean. Catch you later. So we have messed up a little bit. I'm just back from work now. We have made a minor error here. Before I accepted the overtime tomorrow, the 5 hours, I'm doing 9 till 6 tomorrow, before knowing that my shifts were changing, so that on Sunday I would also be working from 8 till 4. I'm gonna die. That is loads. I'm used to 4-hour shifts, and now I'm having a 9-hour and an 8-hour next to each other. And then I've got 6 hours in school on Monday with work after that as well, but then I get a week off. So that's the kind of my work schedule. I'll detail more about it at a more appropriate time, but so there's no chance I'm going to get this up before I go to bed, so the plan is to just do this. I can only apologise for the lack of memories that are going to happen over the next couple of days, but not many memories can be made when you're at work all the time. But life becomes more interesting when you start saying yes, and sometimes you have to say yes to the things that aren't very interesting so that you can do things that are more interesting. So well, I'll probably take you with me and then talk to you in my lunch break or whatever, because I'm sad and I've got no life. So I'll catch you later, yeah?